Hey everybody, and welcome to week 3. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about management and organizations. And both weeks, we cover 3 chapters, just so I can give you a heads up. So, in last week, we talked about entrepreneurship, how businesses are formed, and then we also talked about the global context of business, and that's always an interesting topic. But moving on to management, we're going to talk about Chapter 5, which is talking about managing the business, just an overall view of management. We'll talk about organizing the business, and we'll talk about operations management. And I'll point out operations management, or Chapter 7, does not have a quiz attached to it, so that's good news. We only have two quizzes this week. However, the Chapter 7 is something you have to read and will be on the test. Okay? So that's what's coming up this week. Excuse me. We have a discussion post as well, and it has to do with TED Talks that Bill Gates gave before COVID, well before COVID, and it was kind of dead on. And I want us to discuss what we could have done better as we prepared for how we responded from a management standpoint. Managing the COVID crisis as it unfolded. So that's what your discussion assignment is for this week. So basically read 3 chapters, do 2 quizzes, and make sure you do the discussion post. And I'll go into D2L here real quick, and we can take a look at the and I'm looking at the tab for module number 6 in content, which is for Chapter 5, about managing the business. And there's some videos here that you're going to want to take a look at. One of them is the actual link to the Bill Gates TED Talk for the discussion, so you definitely want to look at that. And then there's some supplementary material as well. You also want to look at the Pandemic Playbook, which was something that was put together prior to COVID, which was subsequently dismissed and got ridden up, basically shelved before COVID as well. Sometimes people get a little confused about the concept of mission and vision statements, and there's this video here has a very good explanation of it. I really like it so much that I posted it here for you to look at. And then just a video of interest: can management be replaced by artificial intelligence? So trying to keep us a little bit up to date on different emerging aspects of management. And then we're going to look at Chapter 6, which is about businesses and how they're organized. I should say it's about how organizations organize. So read through that. I mean, because it applies to any kind of organization, whether it's a business or a nonprofit or a government or whatever. It doesn't really matter. As soon as we put a bunch of people together who are basically working towards the same goals, we have an organization. We just have to decide how to organize it. So there's a video there that makes it pretty straightforward as how you create an organization structure. And then, Chapter 7 is about operations management. We don't have a quiz on it, but we do have some interesting material. You're responsible for going through that and making sure you understand that. And again, it'll be on the test. A couple of videos here that are kind of interesting is queue management at Disney, how that works, which is it's quite an elaborate planning process that they do. And then talk about the future of logistics, just giving you an idea of things are changing. It's operations management, and what goes into all that is a highly dynamic field that is changing rapidly. And I think you'll if you find any interest in it, there's huge opportunities in getting involved in it. Okay, so that's what we have coming up for this week. Heads up for next week. We also have 3 chapters. And I also want to give you a heads up that our first unit test will be by the end of next week. Okay? So good luck with this week. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll talk to you soon.